and welcome to Simply's Football on FC Goa TV. You're watching Prudent. I am Neeraj Prabhu. FC Goa scored a tremendous 4-0 victory at FC Pune City and kept their hopes of clinching the semi-final spot in the ISL 4 alive. It was the first clean sheet of the season for the Gors, and goalkeeper Naveen Kumar has now become the darling of the Gors fans. Lanzarote came in to replace the suspended Edu Bedia, and what a fantastic creative midfield we had with the young and dynamic Moroccan Hugo Bumo also getting his second start. So it was a really good combination, and we all saw the result as Ferran Corominas turned the hero with a brace of goals in that 4-0 demolition of FC Pune City in Pune. Corominas in the process also becomes the highest goal scorer in a single season as yet in the ISL history. He overtakes Steven Mendoza, who had 13 goals in a season in the past. So that's another feather in the cap of Ferran Corominas, who has been in his debut year in the Indian Super League. We have with us former India forward Francis D'Souza as always to analyze FC Goa's performance, and obviously after the Gors brought up their first victory in after a gap of 5 games, Francis is also delighted.
As delighted as you are, Neeraj, and thousands of fans, FC Goa fans, their hearts have warmed up having got this victory, the fluent victory that they got. It was about believing in yourselves that you can achieve the results that you got yesterday. The intentions were very clear. They went all out in the beginning, created that havoc in that Pune defense, and ultimately the first break they got through the rash tackle of Adil Khan, and we got the first goal. And I think Goa never really relaxed. They were putting up the pressure, trying to get the second goal before the break, and they created quite a ripples. But all the same, credit must go to the new start that was given to Hugo Bumo. He is a very intense player who puts a lot of pressure with his runs and his ability to shoot, and we have seen him rock the crossbar. So Goa did give them a good account of themselves, and I saw a glimpse of a little bit of their old football that they displayed when the goalkeeper brought a brilliant save, when there was a good combination between Koro and Bumo.
Right.
So I think they are getting their confidence back. You saw Koro striking very hard even for a narrow angle to score his second goal. So the confidence is coming back. That's good for FC Goa. That's good for the games that they will be having to win later in the tournament.
Well, some tremendous goal there, but FC Goa's Hugo Bumo, the 22-year-old French Moroccan, gave that exquisite backheel pass, and it was probably the most delightful moment of yesterday's match.
Yes, I mean you can see the quality of players the FC Goa has in their ranks, and that gave me a ray of hope right from the beginning that FC Goa could qualify for the semi-finals. And as they grow in confidence now after the lull they had of 5 games, I think they have to pick up from here. There is no looking back for FC Goa. You have ATK and you have Jamshedpur. It's crucial for you to win both the matches. So just as they started this match in Pune, I think the home match they have to go all out, put pressure on the opponent team right from the word go, and seize the first opportunity that it comes for them to score goals. Otherwise, I think there may be a little problem for them.
What are your thoughts on the way Sergio Lobera set the team out? He had obviously Manuel Lanzarote came in for suspended Edu Bedia, but there was a surprise when a defensive-minded midfielder Pranay Haldar was fitted into the starting 11 in place of the attacking-minded Brandon Fernandes.
And Pranay has been always a very steady player. He goes about his task very professionally. And even yesterday, you saw him that he was very composed in his midfield, and left no gaps in between. And that was a ploy that I think Lobera had used, because you have seen that Bumos is a player who is more mobile.
Yes.
So, due to his mobility, I think there could be a little vacuum in the midfield, and this vacuum he wanted to create by having Pranay, who is going to park himself in the midfield. You know, Brandon's tendency is to is as mobile as other players, and he has a tendency to move all over the field.
Right.
And sometimes you can leave your midfield exposed. So, to have little consolidation in the midfield, I think that was the ploy that Lobera had used, and very rightly so. He didn't allow Pune's midfield to function, and that's where Pune FC panicked, and they couldn't go about the task of feeding Marcelino. And then the frustration came with Marcelino, that he was not able to do something for his team.
Right. Obviously, Edu Bedia, one of FC Goa's ever-present player, was missing the game, but I think the Gods did not miss his services as such in the game.
Of course, it's very difficult to analyze every individual player's performance in every game. It depends on the opponent and so many other factors. But a quality player will always be missed if he has not his presence was not missed so much at this match. But he is a player who can create those openings. He can hold on to the ball a little longer. Maybe these Bumos and Pranay doesn't have the ability of holding the ball too long as much as Edu Bedia can. But it has helped him in defending his midfield and keeping it compact when the opponents attack. So, in a way, that has helped the team, and Edu's absence has not been felt so much.
Right. We also had a new captain for FC Goa with Mandar Rao Desai shouldering that responsibility. So, did he play any differently for you?
I think sometimes coaches are a little superstitious. I don't know. I said in the beginning of the match to myself, and I said, is he Captain Lucky? And very rightly so. I think Lobera will persist with him for the next game as a captain also.
Right.
And I hope he brings his luck like he has done this way. Although he didn't get on the score sheet, but it doesn't matter if it's Captain
wins.
Lucky and the team wins.
I think he had a great chance in the second half, wherein he had to just chip the ball over the goalkeeper, but his attempt was easily saved by Vishal Kait, who has obviously been one of the finds of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it needs a different type of decision making to score goals in a particular situation when you are there. And I think what I have noticed in Mandar, that he little lacks in that decision making at the final moment.
Right.
So I think that has been a disadvantage with him. Otherwise, he has had a good game.
Looking at FC Pune City, obviously we thought that Marcelino was getting too much involved with the refereeing decisions. Probably, as you said, he lost his cool a bit. And how important role that composure plays in a footballer's game on a given day, we all know. So probably Pune City FC failed to give their best yesterday.
In fact, I think they were a little bit outclassed by Goa's domination in the midfield, and there was nobody who could pass those quality balls to Marcelino. And after the bad fall that he had, which the referee didn't pull up,
yes.
Unfortunately, I think he lost his cool. And it's so vital for players to regain their cool and remain composed on the game, because the ultimate objective of the players on the field is the interest of the team, not the individual interest, individual scoring or not. But in that respect, I think he should have maintained his cool. I think the coach spoke to him on the sideline, but I don't know what got into him to get the second yellow card, which put his team at a disadvantage. And then Pune was in a problem at that point of time. But thanks to Jamshedpur, for losing that game, so put Pune back into advantage position.
That's how the ISL 4 has developed, and how the results on the periphery are helping out or affecting the other team's chances. We are going to watch that closely in the other half of the show. Let's now take a short break and come back soon. Welcome back. FC Goa will now shift all their focus and energies on the next game, which is at home at Fatorda on Wednesday, where ATK, a team that has held the upper hand over the Gors throughout the history of ISL, are gonna visit Goa. And Francis, this is going to be the biggest game of the season for FC Goa to keep their hopes alive and take them into the final game of the league phase.
I think on 28th of this month, I think it's going to be houseful at Fatorda, because they are going to see their team meet ATK, and I think they'll be all rooting for the team so that they can produce the results that they have produced in Pune. And I'm sure the Gors will not let their fans down. They will take it very seriously and positively, and score the big margin of victory, as Fatorda is always have a reputation of.
Right, one of the biggest guns in FC Goa team, and that is Ahmed Jahu, is sadly going to miss that game after accumulating 4 yellow cards. Jahu, the Moroccan big man, the guy who does the defensive role very well, as well as helps in the building the attack with early balls. Jahu seems to be a irreplaceable man at FC Goa.
Yeah, that's my biggest worry, Neeraj. I think because the role that Jahu plays is a role that nobody can really understand. But he has been at the top of his defending third. He is the one who gives confidence to the defense by taking on those balls, and like you said, the defense splitting passes from a distance. Those are the silent balls from behind, which Koro chases and then scores. We have seen a couple of games. So and the way he demolishes the attack of the opponents by the timely interceptions, tackles, and covering. I think that is my biggest worry, because who is going to play the role of that defensive midfielder is a question, and which Lobera will have to find a solution to.
Of course, as a foreigner, Edu Bedia is slated to come in after serving out his suspension.
But still then, I think Edu cannot 100% play a role that Jahu is playing, and he has been performing very well. So I think there'll be a big question mark on that position for ATK's role. And ATK has Robin Keane with them, and they have scored in the last matches, and he's back fit again. So that's the biggest question for me with a fragile Goa defense.
Right. Looking at the table, it's now very interesting where what FC Goa need to do here. FC Goa are right now on 24 points from 16 games with 2 matches to go. They're playing at home against ATK on Wednesday, and they're playing the last game in the league phase in Jamshedpur on Sunday, the last day of the league campaign in the ISL 4. So FC Goa will know exactly what they need to do, and they already know that, and they have to win both the games. Whereas Mumbai City FC, they are also in with a shout, as they have 23 points from 16 matches, and Mumbai City FC have to play Delhi Dynamos and Chennai FC both away. Chennai FC, who are on 29 points in 17 games, are currently placed third in the table, but they are not yet certain of their place in the playoff position. So that will be interesting. And so are Jamshedpur FC, who now have 26 points from 17 matches and are currently placed fourth. They are also they cannot be sure of their place as well. So it's all open for the teams from 3rd to 7th place to fight for those 2 remaining places in the top 4 positions.
Yeah, Neeraj, irrespective of all the equations that you have mentioned and the possibilities that can happen, I think FC Goa should have in their mind that in any way, any equation that irrespective of the other teams,
right,
performance, I think they should tell themselves that you have to win those 3 points in any ways.
Sure.
And you have the benefit of playing the last match in the league when the total equations will be there. But then even a draw will not help your cause, because you have to get the 6 points now, and that's the sentence that it is already on you for playing those five matches below par and putting yourself into this position. I think FC Goa should just make up their mind that they have to win both the matches.
Yes, both should be the must-win games, do or die battles, and that mindset should serve FC Goa really well, and we are looking forward to that. Another aspect of the ISL which now everybody is looking into is refereeing, and I've just heard that the foreign referees are going to be coming in to officiate in the playoff stages.
You see, Neeraj, the New Zealand referees, they are already here. They have played, they officiated in Jamshedpur Bengaluru match. And if you have observed the behavior of the players towards the foreign referees, I didn't see any player contesting any decision given by the foreign officials. So, because of the inability to perform of our Indian players, the foreign players are taking an advantage. Every person is human, they make mistakes, and there is always room for improvement. But I think Indian referees have to raise their bar. They have got, some of the referees have been under some training during the World Cup by the instructors for FIFA who are here in India to coach the referees and train the referees. I think they have been trained also. So, but it should be seen reflected on the ground, and that's when we know that the training has had good effect on the Indian referees. Even yesterday, I think a little bit of frustration on part of Marcelino was cause of the referee's decision.
Right.
When, if you have seen the incident that Juste was pointing to the spot, saying that it was outside the spot, he had acknowledged the foul, but as per referee, it was not a foul. So you can imagine that the performance of the referees. But nevertheless, they are here to learn, they have been given the opportunity to learn, and I think it's fair enough for us to accept the performance. But the performance should in no way affect the ultimate result of the game.
FC Goa's fan army will be coming out in big numbers, as they have done in the earlier part of the season, to Fatorda and make it sound like a real cauldron. And with that high voltage setup, FC Goa will hopefully clinch all 3 points to keep their semi-finals hope alive. We have seen in the last few home games, FC Goa were not at the best of their abilities, and how even the fans looked a bit disappointed, cheering sometimes their own players. But I'm sure on Wednesday it will be a tremendous red hot Fatorda waiting for all of you all, and here's your opportunity to win some tickets by taking part in FC Goa Prudent quiz. And this is the question that we are running. It's coming up on the screen right now.
Sanao International presents Simply Football. Grab a chance to support your favorite team in 4th edition of Indian Super League. Answer this simple question and 5 lucky winners will win couple passes. Who is the youngest coach in ISL 4? Alexander Guimaraes, Albert Roca, Sergio Lobera.
To SMS, type FC space your correct answer space your name and taluka and send it to 9011043390.
SMS your correct answer by February 27th, Tuesday.
Well, answer that question and hope you get lucky, because this is going to be the biggest game of the ISL 4 as yet. FC Goa taking on ATK on Wednesday. And Francis, in quick time, what do you predict for this game?
I'm just again reassuring the fans and you, Neeraj, that you don't have to worry. FC Goa will be there in the playoffs, and we'll be happy to see one of the semi-finals being played at home turf. So keep cheering, keep back your team to the hilt, and I'm sure they deliver like they did yesterday.
Absolutely, that's a wonderful, optimistic, hopeful and confident note that Francis has struck, and we all are going to believe that FC Goa can do it this year. And keep watching Prudent for all the latest on FC Goa's campaign as we head to very, very crucial game of this season. Keep watching Prudent. Goodbye.